Hi Libra. Welcome to your September reading. Forgot what month it was for a second. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, Two of Wands. So this is an excellent vibe. It's about the big picture, you know, and we get into that 12th house stuff. Plus there's that opposition going on with Neptune. When we get into that arena of the zodiac, there's a lot of disillusionment, and it's really, really, really necessary to be entirely open, okay? Because as you're sitting here now, thinking about your future, thinking about your life, thinking about where you want to take something or what you want, you know, I think that you may be surprised to know that there's something probably coming in, probably not in September, maybe around your birthday or maybe during Scorpio or Sagittarius season. There might be something that happens that is going to be a total game changer. So while I always ask, you know, or we always say, like, yes, if you want something, feel free to manifest it. Feel free to take actions toward that thing. Feel free to visualize that thing, right? But also be open to the how it happens and the time frame. For some reason, I feel like this Saturn transit, right? Because later this month, we have Saturn going direct. We enter into Libra season later on, and yes, Saturn will be going direct, and it'll be officially on its way toward that Pluto-Saturn conjunction in your 4th house. So especially if you're considering a relocation in terms of your living situation, you may have all these ideas right now, but come January of next year, there might be something different on the docket. So be careful of signing big, long contracts right now. Be careful of, you know, making huge commitments in terms of, like, especially financial commitments, like signing a mortgage or whatever. Be careful of that stuff. Keep it in idea form for right now, because you really don't know what is going to happen, what's going to come to fruition at this point. Okay. Nine of Coins reversed. Yes, Neptune always makes things weird. We have to acknowledge the Neptunian power at play. And when it comes to our own self-image and our own self-value and our own self-love and all of that, Neptune can really make us question, like, am I really doing the best things with my life? Am I really contributing to humanity in a positive way? Am I truly fulfilling my purpose? And there's all these really big existential questions that come online during this time. So you can just expect it, and it doesn't have to throw you a curveball. You can definitely, like, still continue with your regular stuff, but don't allow the energies or whatever outside evidence there is, like, convince you of something negative, okay? Because it's absolutely not true. We know how valuable Libra is. We know how valuable your talents are, your skill sets, your intellect, your knowledge. Like, you are sitting at a 9 of Coins, and yet somehow it's turned upside down. Because what? Why? Like, why is it turned upside down? Some of you may feel depleted financially. Some of you may feel frustrated with the mundane aspect of life. Neptune in the 6th, right? I'm going to keep talking about it because it's so relevant to your work, and work is usually so connected to your money. So when you have Neptune affecting that arena of your life, it can feel like, oh my God, like, is my career ever going to take off? Or am I ever going to be recognized? Or am I ever going to finish that book? Is this ever going to happen? You know? Yes, it will. Keep it in idea form. All right? Please do. Please continue to visualize and to manifest the whole thing, even if you're feeling like you're coming up short right now. All right. It's important for you to really, really, really feel that worthiness and to really feel that abundance in your current and present situation before that can really start to work, you know, snowball into the next level of stuff. So if you need rest, take rest. All right. This probably isn't a good time for, like, working overtime hours. It's probably not a good time for, like, really trying to prove yourself to your boss, you know, and just, like, just move forward through Virgo season until Libra season hits and you get that boom solar charge, right, with the solar return. And you'll feel a lot like, okay, I feel good, I feel ready, let's do this, let's get this going. I'm almost getting like an under the radar kind of energy, just like keep everything on the DL. If you have big plans for yourself, don't talk about it with people, right? Especially if you're single. Like, don't talk about the book you're going to write. Don't talk about this company you're going to launch. Just do it slowly. Do it slowly. Do it quietly. See, like, I know that you're kind of holding out for something. You seem to be in a period of contemplation in a big way. It's all existential, I know. It's all existential. But, you know, you are really waiting for like the perfect thing. And I think in many ways, you know that kind of what's coming your way or what has been coming your way is just kind of distracting, right? New boys coming in, you're like, oh my God, like, please let me just focus on my goals, right? I don't have time for this nonsense. Or a new work offer that's kind of like, okay, but not really. And you're like, oh my God, like, let me just get my career going. Let me just stick to what I'm doing. There's an emotional maturity with this a lot, which means you are focused in spite of the feeling of not being focused. I know the work ethic has been hard to like really drudge up, but ultimately you are still accomplishing a lot. It's just different. It's just different to how the world says it has to be. But you are accomplishing a lot. And you're doing the right thing by saying no to the things and the people that are distractions, because your intuition is so fierce, right? With the Cancer on the 10th. It's so fierce that there's an instantaneous knowing of like, okay, this isn't right for me and I don't want to waste my time. Your time is, as Saturn goes direct, your time becomes the most valuable asset. See, here you are. This is Libra for sure. See, this is why. This is what the reality is. And I think for whatever reason, you're perceiving it during Virgo season as a Nine of Coins reversed. Of course, Virgo season is all about perfecting oneself. So to be the perfect version of yourself, sometimes we do that whole like, oh, I should have more money. I should be more solid. I should be more of an adult. I should be better with like going to the dentist or like whatever your whole thing is. Like, you should be better. You should be better. You should be better. And it's all this like this shame game, this guilt that we can project onto ourselves. It's just totally unnecessary. So take a beat, take a moment, do the meditations, use the Neptune stuff in a positive way, which is when you do your meditations, you're going to receive some amazing confirmations. You're going to connect with your spirit guides, and you're going to find peace and pleasure in exactly where you're at right now. Some of you may wish to connect with your future selves as well, just to like put your mind at ease that you're right exactly in a good spot. Okay, Empress, you are exactly right in a good spot. I don't know what other people are doing right now. I'm not getting the energy. I think only people trying to come in, people trying to offer you stuff, and you're like, I'm good. I'm like, no, thanks. I don't need it. I don't want to waste my time. It may be hard for people trying to deal with a Libra right now because they're like knocking on the door and Libra's like, go away. I'm not in the mood to answer my door right now. You know, even emotionally, it can be hard. People come knocking, and I don't know how available Libra really is. I think that Chiron in the 7th is really helping you to establish proper boundaries. So like now that you are focused, it's the boundaries that you need to get you to where you want to be. Sagittarius energy. Could also be dealing with a Taurus too. 2 major arcana coming out side by side. Both of these energies very relaxed, right? She's sort of sitting down. She's highly creative, right? She represents the pregnant concept, the concept of pregnancy, or the concept of creation. So in a very creative modality, but with the peace and Zen aspect of temperance. This is the thing is, Libra, you are accomplishing so much and you are going from point A to point B to point C in a linear fashion. It's all happening. It's just not like the rush or the hustle or the go, 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 go. Because I don't see you wanting to do it that way. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to take back my time. I'm going to do it on my time frame. So this is real relaxed. You know, it's all about the Zen factor. And no matter what anyone says, I don't know that Libra's going to budge. I feel actual stubbornness, to be honest. It's like stubbornness to continue to cling to the peaceful way that you are accomplishing things in the world. This is a beautiful mixture of spirituality and physicality. The physical and the spiritual coming together here. So I don't know what you've been asking for. I don't know what you've been trying to visualize here, but I'm seeing like success 100%. So even if you're envisioning that private island with a castle in the middle, it's probably like on its way to you. It probably is. Okay. You have to keep your mind, like your chakra channels open though. That's what this is all about. Keeping the alignment, as we see the triangle on his chest representing the head, heart, and gut alignment. And I always say this is like the swords, the cups, and the wands manifest the coins. So you may be feeling like more attention is being placed on the internal energy system right now, and that's a good thing. That's okay, because that is what's going to manifest the coins. That's what's going to manifest in the material realm. So, good. If you are dealing with a Sagittarius or a Taurus or another Libra maybe, anyone, or someone who's very Venus, okay, very Venus in nature, maybe even a Leo, could be, I don't know, I see good things coming from those energies. I see forward motion in communication. I see connectivity. I don't see hyper passion though, so it's just kind of like a good solid connection that you have. Okay, now, this could be you. This makes me nervous that Libra might be taking on this energy. Now, Libra, this could be someone else you're dealing with, all right, too. This represents you talking yourself out of the fact that you're truly at a 9 of coins, okay? This is the reason why the 9 of coins is upside down, right? Because that Libra mind is going back and forth, and saying, is it good enough or not? Is it this or is it that? Or should I think about this or should I think about that? When you find yourself, or when you catch yourself thinking about those things, take a beat, take a breath, take a moment, and just say like, oh my God, this is the Neptune stuff Jane was talking about. Like, I gotta stop doing this. This is the 12th house stuff going on. I gotta stop doing this. And just do a breathing exercise, do a meditation or whatever. Like, breathe, right? This is an air sign. You're an air sign, so breathe. Breathing is life. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, okay, probably not worth your time or energy or effort trying to get into them, right? Please make this month all about you, all right? Even if you're in a committed romantic situation and you're, you know, hey, hubby, hey, lover, I need to just take a while to figure out my stuff. Like, I might be acting a little bit strange. I might not really want to talk about it, but it doesn't mean I don't still love you. It doesn't mean I don't still care, right? Just communicate that you might just need to do a hermit mode for like 3 weeks, right? But that after the time, everything will be fine. But some of you may be dealing with kind of a negatively manifested air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And they could be blocking you, ghosting you, going cold on you. But in reality, what I actually see this being is fuel. This is fueling your progress. It's fueling your success. Hopefully. It could let you, or kind of perpetuate that back and forth, questioning, am I good enough, self-worth, all that stuff. Or it could be fueling the creativity. The choice is yours, because this person's going to do whatever this person's going to do. This is their own free will. They can do whatever they want. Is it right? Probably not. Is it good? Probably not. But it is their choice. So there's nothing you can do to control this. So any desire to try to control it is a complete waste of time. So you might as well say, okay, well, this person is going to ghost me or stop talking to me or disappear on me, maybe yet again for some of you. It's real common for this energy to just go MIA. Super common. So if you're dealing with that, don't worry about it. Don't pick up the phone. Don't spend time on social media. Get your passions fueling, right? Get your passions going. Get your dreams manifesting, okay? I know you've been doing the work. I know you have been. I know you've been thinking about it, and maybe this is kind of the obstacle. So maybe some of you are kind of sitting around and waiting for someone to make up their mind about something, and you're putting your future on hold. And maybe in Virgo season, with the whole like Neptune weirdness thing, you could be like even, self-sacrificing a little too much, right? Venus and Mars in Virgo. So this is all like, these are the love planets, the relationship planets in a Neptune ruled house and opposing Neptune as well. It's also Jupiter ruled, but that's why the Jupiter aspect of the 12th house can bring on all this abundance. So you can either focus on the delusion stuff or you can focus on the abundance stuff. I highly implore you to focus on the abundance stuff because this is a waste of time. So the minute that you find yourself making assumptions and grasping, get out of there, right? Stop yourself, stop your mind in its tracks, and just exit immediately. Immediate mental exit. Because I don't want it to perpetuate scarcity, because it could. Because when you start thinking things like, I'm not good enough or whatever, that's when the reality starts to mold itself around that mentality. So you have to pay attention to when those negative thoughts come in. See, oh God, see? It's so Neptune. Neptune. It's confusing. And I honestly believe people are going to be looking into your life, Libra. They're going to be looking into your life and be like, what is this Libra doing? Like, what are they wasting their time on this for? And they're going to have so many opinions. They're going to have a lot of opinions about what they think you should do, but you're going to kind of rebel against that. Honestly, I'm telling you, you might consider listening to other people because they may have a higher level of clarity. Okay, they might. When you think about all your Pisces friends, and let's be super stereotypical here just for visualization purposes, okay? So you have some Pisces friends, and most likely they've been, dating someone, and then they break up, and then they go back because they hope that they've changed, and then they break up again. And then there's like this whole back and forth, on and off again thing. But you sitting outside looking in, you're like, oh my God, Pisces, like, will you please just make up your mind? Will you please just break up with this person for good, because obviously they're not good for you? That's kind of the energy that you might be taking on right now with the 12th house stuff. So pay attention to what other people are saying, because their opinions might be valid, and it might help bring clarity in a situation where you're like, I don't know what to think, I don't know what to do. Breathe. Remember, breathe. Do the meditations. If you choose nothing, right, that is okay. That's probably a real good strategy when you're feeling overwhelmed. Okay, it's a real good strategy to just be like, I'm going to sit this one out for a minute. Because, the universe will always bring you more cups, right? It will always bring you more coins and more wands and more swords. Like, there's an endless supply of that. So it's not as though you have to take this thing right now, because if you don't, then it will never come back. It's not so black and white as all of that. Whether it comes back or not is dependent on you and your energy, which right now, be chill, be relaxed. I think you have someone in your sphere or in your circle that's really like your mentor or your guru, right? And you can rely on them. They're going to have some good advice. Ta-da! The card of knowing, the card of clarity. enlightenment, bink, that light bulb turns on, and all of a sudden you get it, putting to rest the stress of the Seven of Cups. Now, this can be a really wonderful energy, especially when it comes to your creativity, because this can be real experimental. So as long as you're not delving into the delusion stuff with the King of Swords, and you're expanding your horizons, you know, with your career or with your business or with your children, and you're like, you know what, let's try something new, let's be novel, let's be creative and try something we've never done before. That's a positive Seven of Cups thing, that you really can, like, just boom, I'm going to try something new and just see where it takes me, and let's just have a good time, and there's no stress, no outcome, whatever. And maybe once you relax on this a little bit, that's when the light bulb comes on. Okay, that's when the light bulb comes on, and then you feel, oh, the air is cleared, and this will probably happen later on in the month after all the planets have crossed over Neptune at 17 degrees. So you'll feel like you're in the clear coming into your season. And then last but not least, the Queen of Wands. So I am getting a little bit of fire energy, a little bit of air energy. Aries specifically, okay, could also be a Leo or a Capricorn, Leo Sagittarius. 2 cards of Sagittarius anyway. This could also be you, though. The Cardinal is like your opposite, right? You're Queen of Swords. This is the Aries, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Oh my God. Can't really speak right now. You're the Queen of Swords. This is opposite Aries, Queen of Wands. And you might feel, once this weird stuff is done, boom, judgment comes, and boom, then you're free and clear. This is like born free. I have the energy, I have the vitality, I actually feel like I want to get out of bed, I feel like I want to be productive, go, start all the new things that you've been pondering for like the past month. So this is a really exciting way to end the reading. Let's go ahead and put the camera down, switch views so we can clarify these and pull out the rest of the cards. All right, thanks. Okay, Libra, so here we have the cards. Let's go ahead and pull 2 more to add context to the reading here from a different deck. Okay, 7 of Wands. What else? 3 of Swords. Yeah, all right. Well, 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups. There's probably going to feel like, okay, so I think this has to do with like other people, right? And you may feel compelled to fight for the thing that you believe to be true. This is the impulse. This is the reaction to things. The reaction to the King of Swords reverse. The reaction to kind of a little bit of the confusion or the not knowing or whatever. But see, this is the thing, is you have to remember to receive. Remember, it was like one of the first things I said about the 2 of Wands. Like, you have to be open to other perspectives at this time, in spite of this like really reinforced belief that something is true or something is bound to happen or whatever. You have to release it. You have to let it go. The 12th house is all about the undoing. They call it the house of madness, okay? Because it can be really like disorienting. Take it from someone who has 3 planets natally in the 12th house, right? Like, I totally get this. And you have to be able to relax, right? Remember the Zen. You have to be able to relax. You have to be able to flow. You can still stay focused, but the fighting quality shouldn't really come out until later on in the month, once all the planets have finished their transit with Neptune. It's like 17 degrees. So it's like, you know, middle of September is when things are going to start feeling like they're going to go again. So Queen of Wands energy. 3 of Swords, we know, is kind of a card of heartbreak or disappointment or sadness or whatever. But honestly, I think that it's sadness over something that wasn't even real to begin with. It's probably sadness over something that you've been trying to get over for a really long time. And this could actually be the loss of hope, which is a good thing, right? Hope is an interesting kind of energy, because it either goes to fuel faith or it goes to fuel fear, right? When we hope that someone isn't out of our life forever, it's kind of a mask for a fear that we think he or she is out of our life forever, or whatever the thing is. So this is kind of the giving up of hope and really just allowing what is to just be. And it can be hard, but it's also very liberating too. So don't stress out about it. Again, there's nothing you can do to control this King of Swords energy, right? There's simply nothing you can do. And it doesn't really reflect badly on you. It has nothing to do with your value as a person or as a lover or as an employee. Like, it has nothing to do with that. This is their own stuff, you know? So see yourself as the Empress. Look in the mirror and be like, I am an Empress, right? I am Venus. I am a goddess. Okay? If you're a woman, or, you know, even for the men, like, I'm a god, right? I am an emperor. Because you are. Okay, this is my ritual deck. So the Wunjo runes is joy, optimism, and celebration. It sounds so counterintuitive to what's actually like being displayed here in the cards, right? Joy, optimism, and celebration. Here's the reason to be joyous and celebratory down here. All right, also because you're here and here. Yes, this is reversed, but it's a reflection of the Empress energy here. And when the Empress doesn't feel like fully abundant in her true essence, then this is what happens. But it's not real. It's not true. So feel joyful. That's what meditation, that's what breathing can really do. It can help increase that vital energy. Like, if you notice that you're a shallow breather, like I know I am, I breathe really just kind of shallowly. Is that even a word? My vital energy gets real low and I get real tired, and I do tend to have more emotional swings. So breathe and find that balance, being the center of the reading. Find the balance. Okay, well, we got a couple. Fine, we'll go ahead and take them. Stand your ground and victory and success. Beautiful. Well, this is the focus. Okay. Sorry, I pointed that one. I meant this one. This is the focus. When you say no to things that you know aren't really worth your time, or that you know aren't necessarily meant for you, simply say no. You know, as much as people may try to distract you or try to use you or try to take from you, it is within your power to simply say no. Okay? You can't play a victim, right? If you say like, well, okay, well then it's kind of your own fault. So you have to acknowledge your role in keeping yourself in line. And there is victory and success on the docket for you, right? There absolutely is. That's what happens when judgment comes and the Queen of Wands kicks in, is you actually have this emphasis on movement. This emphasis on, okay, now I feel ready, and now I feel good, and now I'm over all of this. Because I think later on in September you will feel over it to an extent. Right? It's just be like, okay, it's done. So it's good. This is all leading you somewhere. It's not for nothing. So let's go ahead and pull the clarifiers. Now the cards that I'm about to pull are for the comprehensive. The link will be in the description box. And we talk for another 20 to 25 minutes with these cards that I'm about to pull out, but I'll pull them here so you can at least see what we're going to talk about. So let's look at this Two of Wands. So what is it exactly that's being manifested, or what sort of image are you really conjuring up for yourself and for your life? One of healing, that's for sure, or being healed. I think we're all like ready to just be healed already. Why does it have to be this whole lifelong process? It's probably a romantic individual in your thoughts as well. King of Cups. There could be a money thing too. Some of you could be manifesting a great deal of money, manifesting promotions, being in positions of authority. There's the aces. What did I say? Like, this is an Ace of Cups here. Like, there's no shortage of aces. Ooh, deep Scorpio. You're looking towards Scorpio vibes. Looking towards the rebirth. That's you going to work. See, what did I say? Like, you're still doing the work. It's not like you're like sitting around being lazy. Like, you're still doing all the work. It's just on your own terms. We know Libra is really entrepreneurial. Okay? Air signs, reversed. Gemini, Aquarius coming through specifically. We don't like negatively manifested air signs because they can be really, really hard to reason with. Strong Sagittarius. Strong fire. Let's do one more. Okay. Ooh, look, you guys. 4 of Cups and 4 of Coins. When it talks about standing your ground, for sure. Standing your ground. Now, please don't confuse it what I was saying with this, because I know it sounds like a contradiction. Here we have you standing your ground, but here I'm like, well, you should really listen to other people because maybe you're confused and you don't quite know. Like, okay, this I think has to do more with your goals. This probably has more to do with how you're dealing with someone. Okay, it has to do with like a relationship with someone. So what you're doing with your hands, with your time, is highly productive. That is the thing that needs to be protected, all right? And this is what is at stake if you sort of fall into this 7 of Cups trap, right? Or the King of Swords reversed trap, because I think that's what it is. It is a trap. See, you're headed toward this destiny. King of Swords, upright. Okay. A lot of swords and wands. We'll talk about that King of Swords. I think with this Saturn going direct, making its way towards Pluto, I wonder if some of you have made major changes in the realm of like your career. And yeah, see, there you are for sure. Empress is definitely you. This and this are the same. Oop, 3 of Swords coming out twice. One more for that. Wow, that's a big, Temperance is a big thing. King of Swords now. Okay, interesting King of Swords. Okay. I'm getting a lot of repeated energy, which tells me that the cards that come out multiple times, it's really worth paying attention to those specific cards. Who's the first one? Queen of Wands. Ooh, 7 of Wands coming out twice. We like the Magician. That's a good one. Let's do another for the 7 of Wands. Ooh, there you are again. Libra coming out all over the place. Let's pull 1 for the stand your ground, because I feel like that's an important energy to pay attention to. Oh, Ace of Cups, great. And then Hangman reverse coming out on the bottom of the deck. So this is where we'll pick up for the comprehensive if you feel like joining me. Link will be down in the description box. If not, then I wish you guys an excellent Virgo season. Thank you guys so much for being here as always. I wish you nothing but the best. Take care.